What do they know that we don't? And how do we make contact? We're not the first to wonder.
Messengers.
200 years ago, we dreamed of lighting huge rings of fire in the Sahara Desert to signal our presence. And in the 1860s, a French poet proposed a patchwork of giant mirrors reflecting sunlight to Mars in the form of the Big Dipper. But if you want to send a signal across an ocean of space, bonfires and reflected sunlight won't help you much. Even a nuclear war on a nearby planet will be virtually impossible to detect with current technology. To really get your message across, you need a form of light you can't even see. Radio waves are ideal for carrying information long distance because compared to other forms of light, they travel more freely through interstellar gas and dust. That's why SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, has focused almost entirely on scanning for radio signals, whether intentional messages or byproducts of technology. Our own radio transmissions have now traveled 100 light years and reached 75 star systems, some of which include potentially habitable planets. And if alien intelligence lies beyond this bubble of signals, they could still infer life on Earth by spotting oxygen in our atmosphere. Thanks to the SETI Institute and the recent Breakthrough Listen project, we have now scanned tens of millions of stars for signals. But despite all this, after 6 decades of searching, nothing. Only a series of false alarms and dead-end leads. We call it the Great Silence. But in reality, the search has barely even begun. There are 2 trillion other galaxies out there that are still too far away for practical study. If space were the size of all Earth's oceans, we would have searched less than a pool's worth of water for signs of intelligent life. On top of this, we might even be looking for the wrong thing. There's more than one way to communicate across space. An alien life might view radio as primitive technology. We have to consider every possible alternative, from the practical to the unimaginable. The search is now underway for a different type of signal, one we could even spot with the naked eye. Laser light. High-powered laser bursts can outshine a star by thousands of times and can carry far more data per second than radio. we would have to be in direct line of sight to detect the beam. But spread across many light years, they would widen to encompass entire planets and moons. Fleets of laser beacons could be used to sweep the entire galaxy, like alien lighthouses in a cosmic sea. Thanks to a recent crowdfunding effort, plans are now in motion to monitor the entire night sky for laser pulses. But while these bright flashes would be relatively easy to find, advanced life might be using something far more elusive. Neutrinos. Tiny subatomic particles that are streaming through you by the trillions every second. These ghost particles can pass through entire planets and not touch a single atom. It takes a giant room like this to detect just a handful of them per day. But researchers recently proved neutrino communication is possible by sending a simple message through 240 meters of rock. If advanced life is using them to communicate, their signals could travel anywhere, through any obstacle, at the speed of light. Their messages could be streaming through us right now, and we would have no idea. Or maybe intelligent life is taking an entirely different approach to communication, using space-time itself as a medium. By manipulating high-gravity objects, they could in theory create pattern distortions of space-time, which could ripple through the universe in all directions. But making gravity waves strong enough to be detectable would be extremely energy-intensive. Maybe they're up to something far simpler. Placing giant sunshades into orbit around a star could block out starlight in distinct patterns, like a kind of cosmic Morse code. And even though it might take years to blink out a basic message, a system like this would require little effort to sustain. But the most sci-fi possibility of all is that they have left messages in our DNA. Some have proposed that certain sequences of our genes could contain hidden messages, Easter eggs in our genetic code, placed by a life-designing higher intelligence. But far-flung scenarios like this are overshadowed by a more sobering possibility. Maybe we're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I have a surprise for you. Yeah.